everybody, this is Marie and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. Today I'm going to do an unboxing for this tarot deck that I got online. It was at a discount. It's called Tarot of the Cloisters. I saw some of the pics online. It looks such a different design. I was sold immediately. I hope I made the right decision. You never know sometimes when you see something online until you get it, then you know. So before we get started, guys, thank you to my current and new subscribers. You guys are awesome. You guys rock my world. Seriously, I have no words. I appreciate each and every one of you on my Rumble, my YouTube, my BitChute channel. I am just so grateful. You have no idea. Every time that I see the numbers, it brings joys to my heart. You know it. I want the love and the attention, and I'm happy that I'm getting it from you. And I appreciate your time. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. So yes, I saw this. I'm a bargain shopper. In case you don't know, if you're new to this channel, I love to buy tarot decks on for sale or at a discount. I know I'm a shameless tarot reader, I guess. So I saw this deck and I could not resist, and I'm like, okay, let's check it out and do an unboxing because I don't remember seeing this online. And if there is okay, there's a barcode here. I think I'm going to use it later because it says there's a guidebook, so I'm going to save this. And so it's okay, Tarot of the Cloisters. So that's the deck. Okay, it got beat up in transit, so part of the box is a little dented here, there. It's okay though. I mean, what can you expect? It happens sometimes. Okay. So it's pretty generic. Ooh. Box. There's no guidebook, so they say you have to use the scan QR code, and then you can get the guidebook here. And this is the deck. It's pretty cool. So that's what attracted me. Now I remember. That's what attracted me to this deck, because it was round and it looks like a mosaic. It's pretty cool. It's matted to some degree, and let's go to it. So this is the back. It looks like is that the lily or the fleur de lis? It's kind of hard to tell. Very nice graphic, very intricate. I don't have any other deck to compare this with, but the card itself kind of sort of flimsy. I don't think it's not a deck that you want to use a lot, because it looks like it cannot take a beating. It looks like it's pretty, yeah. So Ace of Pentacles, this is the first card, but still pretty cool. I mean, what do you expect? It's on bargain, people. Two of Vessels. Okay, so this is they're starting with the vessels first. Okay, the cups. Two of Vessels. So this is a nice. So I like the design because it looks like a glass that somebody shattered. So I'm interested to see how those cards will show up for a reading, because this could feel like an opposite. For example, when you see this Three of Vessels, we should love, celebration and all that, but the fact that you see the shattered glass kind of sort of, does that change the effect of your reading? So I'm intrigued. But it's a nice design. It's different. This mosaic feel to it, right? Four vessels. So it does represent the Rider-Waite pretty well. 5 of vessel, 6 of vessel, 7 of cups, 8, but leaving everything behind. So the colors are pretty muted. It's pretty nice. Knight of vessels. I really like it. It's not overpowering. Because I guess all that thingy, they couldn't. 10 of vessels. King of vessel. Oh, that's interesting. In this here, the King of Cups is on land, and he has his hand on his chin, contemplating. You don't see that often, so that's pretty cool, interesting, and different. Knight of vessels. He has his armor on. Okay, his helmet on. Usually, you don't see that with the Knight of Cups, but okay, we'll go with that. Page of vessel. Pretty cool. Queen of vessel. Usually the Queen of vessel have a very ornate cup, but here you don't. And also she's in land. Like usually you see her at the shore for most decks, but not here. So again, interesting. Okay, so we're moving, changing suits. Ace of staff. Two of staff. Two of wands. That's how you call it. I mean, they're going very old English here. 3 of staves. Again, still in keeping with the Rider-Waite. 4 of staff. Now, usually for the four of wands, there's usually 2 people in the background cheering on, celebrating, as if ushering you in. But here we don't see that. So I thought that was an interesting omission. It doesn't change it, but still. 5 of staff. Playfulness, conflict. 6 of staff. Moving victoriously. Acknowledgement. Still in the keeping. Pretty nice. I like the deck. It's so far so good. It's very in the keeping of Rider-Waite. If you're a new beginner, I think you may like this deck. 7 of staff. Standing your ground. Card of valor. And sticking to your principle and being attacked for it. 8 of staff. Traveling, moving forward, download, all the above. Beautiful, beautiful. 9 of staff, so holding the line, holding your ground. Again, I love the team. I love everything. The color, it's not too much. It's not too little. 10 of staff, so being overwhelmed. So this is the first time, well, you don't see it often where you only see the person's back. Usually he's sideways and he's moving forward. And it's interesting that he's moving toward the mountains where there's more hurdle and obstacle ahead. So that's interesting. Okay. King of staff. King of staff. Usually the staff stands upright in most decks, but here is sideways. So I don't think it changed anything, but I like the candle over there right next to the throne. So that's pretty cool. A different addition. Knight of staff. So usually most knight are sitting on their horse, but he's just standing next to it, so that's different. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't know how that's going to translate for a reading, because usually every time you see a knight, it's about movement, but here he's just standing there. So Page of staff. Okay, it's pretty cool. I like the fire in the background, just in case you didn't know. Make sure that you know staff is fire. So okay. Queen of Staff, again, she's just holding sticks, and then the candle next to her. I mean, that's a little redundant because the stick is fire. But okay, again, I think it's great for beginners because if you don't know, then you know the candle will give you a clue. And I love the sunflower in the back. You know, somebody who's very sunny disposition, very charismatic, and and um, like a fiery personality, right? So the Queen of Staff, very nice, very cool. Um, Ace of Swords. So now the mood is changing again for the sword decks. It usually is because it gets a little dark. Because all swords is about truth, words, information. It comes off a little sharp, a little harsh. So now you're seeing the mood is shifting for the deck with that Ace of Sword. Again, new beginning, new awakening. Two of Swords. Okay. So I love the subtle shift, but here for the sword, you can see the difference. Like this sharper, darker tone, mood. Three of Swords, loss. Four of Swords. So this mosaic, this looks like a dragon that's been. It looks like a dragon that's been chained down in the mosaic, and you see this. It looks like a knight, maybe a Templar or some sort, and either dead or in deep meditation. That's interesting. So I wonder how a reading will come out with that dragon there in the background, because you usually don't see it when dealing with the dragon, dealing with the Four of Swords. Oh, sorry. Five of Swords. So it's about manipulation. It's about victory, using underhanded means to succeed. So yeah, that's pretty well conveyed. Six of Sword, moving from troubled waters, leaving bad mojo behind and moving ahead to hopefully what is going to be a better place. Usually the sword is not a front. Usually the swords are around the boat. So that's interesting. And most of the time the lady has a child with her, but may not here. So I mean, it doesn't change anything, but okay, still. Seven of Swords. So manipulation, trying to get away with something with that Seven of Sword. So usually, so this is pretty cool. It looks like the angle has changed slightly from the regular Rider-Waite. It doesn't change anything, but it's nice. The focus has changed. Okay. Eight of Swords. So basically being tied down by your own belief, not seeing the proper picture. Again, very well conveyed. Nine of Swords, worry, doubt. Could be somebody who's depressed or, you know, being in a funky mood. Nine of Swords. So 10 of Sword, either betrayal, ending of Sword, being overwhelmed with information. And yeah, this is usually my death card, to be honest with you. With that 10 of Swords. And it could be also ending, all of the above. King of Swords. So King of Swords usually sits on the throne in most decks, and his sword is upright, but here is sideways again. So I don't know. I have to look at read the guidebook to see what those sideways thing means. So okay, we'll go with that. Knight of Swords, action, movement. Okay, this guy is on his horse and he's ready to move. Usually on most decks, the Knight of Swords, he's moving in a different direction. So this is the first time that he's moving toward the right. Usually he's moved toward the left. I don't think it makes difference, but it's different to note. Page of Sword. Pivot messages that you may not like to hear. Again, very muted, darker. The swords are always a little bit gloomier. Queen of Swords, so hers is upright, where, you know, she's about to put down the sword. She's about to, you know, share. Yeah, she can be very harsh. I consider her like the little sister of the Justice card. She could be harsh. Some might say bitchy. She doesn't hold anything back. But her advice are always good. Okay, so now the Pentacles. So let's see, now the mood is shifting again. Sunnier with that Ace of Pentacle. That's pretty cool. You know, usually there's a hand that holds those aces, but not here. So it's just out there. It's pretty cool. So 2 of Pentacle. You see the juggling, the friction. You see that this, I think it depicts nicely enough. Usually the juggling is pretty, those 2 pentacles not usually that close, but hey, whatever works. 3 of Pentacle is usually collaboration and working together and setting up foundation, but here it looks like it's giving, like sharing of sorts. So that's a different take on that collaboration. Okay, card, but here it comes across as giving. I wonder how that translates in a reading. 4 of Pentacle, so holding on to money, to power, all that good stuff. So that's usually the person sits, but this one is standing and he's holding on to his coin. Well, it still works. 5 of Pentacles. So 5 of Pentacles is about dealing with loss, dealing with the defeat of financial sort, or something, you know, that you've lost, having a temporary setback, dealing with anything financial. It's never a nice looking card. Okay, 6 of Pentacles is about sharing, it's about promotion, it's about things working out. So this looks, usually there's another person that you see on their knees receiving the money, but here I guess they probably didn't have enough space for that, but the message is received. 7 of Pentacles, waiting for, contemplating, waiting for your fruit, your money to bear fruit, your harvest to bear fruit. The mood is happier here because it deals with money. 8 of Pentacles. Okay. So you see the person working at their craft, really perfecting their workmanship or their artistry. 9 of Pentacles, Independence card. Okay. Nice. So it's interesting that it's oranges. It looks like it's oranges in the background. I may be wrong, which is like fertility and abundance, you know, that's in many culture. 10 of Pentacles, inheritance, ending. So that's interesting that they didn't put people, they just put this shield and those 2 flags. Okay. King of Pentacles. So usually in most cards, he's in a castle, comfortable, and pretty much cocoon away from the rest of the world. But here he's looking at the world. He's looking outside, so which is interesting. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, movement, slow movement, but still reaching your destination. Okay, that's properly conveyed. Page of Pentacles, being studious, really paying attention. I like the scribe, not the scribe, how do you call this? The script? Not the script. Oh, good gracious. How do you, it will come to me later on, I'm sure. But it looks like a manuscript, yeah. Manuscript in the background. So again, I think that'll make a great card if you're a new beginner, if you're already intermediate, or if you're advanced. It's a great card to have. It does depict the Rider-Waite's pretty well. Queen of Pentacles. I love this. Usually she's facing on the other way. I wonder if the person drawing this was left-handed or something. Um, uh, Oranges in the background, fertility, generosity, very well in comfort, that she come a long way with those to get where she is right now, and that she had to overcome a lot of hurdles. I mean, it depicts very well. Ooh, the Fool. Here you go. New beginning. I don't see a dog though, but still okay. The Magician. Again, with the lily here, and then the rose. Lily for analytical thinking, rose for passion. So you need both in order to advance. High Priestess. So usually she's sitting, now she's sitting up. Again, pretty cool. No problem with that. The Empress. Usually the Empress is more ornate. I never see her in the battle gear. She looks like she have with that. Maybe it's the color, but it feels like it looks like a battle gear here. Usually there's more around her, like wheat and stuff like that, but this is kind of minimalistic. Okay, but still we can go with it. The Emperor. Law, order, will. Okay, conveys pretty well. The Hierophant. Usually the Hierophant have two people on their knees, like listening to what his teachings, but not here. Again, the Lovers. But this is a conservative card. They're not naked. Okay, then let's keep it PG. The Chariot. So the Chariot usually is this gentleman is a blonde guy to represent either Apollo or Hermes, the messenger of the gods. But here he's in full helmet. And he's forging on. Okay, that's interesting. And instead of the Sphinx, the horses, so the black and the white. So basically you have to wrestle your lower vibration. You have to come to balance with who you are. Your light self and your shadow self have to come together in order for you to propel. Once you've done that work, once you achieve that level of mastery, then you can propel yourself to success. That's what this card, this Chariot card, is about. Strength card, which is pretty cool. I love the design. I'm a little partial because I'm a Leo myself. The Hermit. So now the whole Hermit's face is coming into focus. Usually you only see his silhouette afar, but here he's right there in your face. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. Change. The Justice card. So usually she's sitting, but here you can see like her defeated, and she's holding those the balance and then the sword down, and she looks discouraged somehow. I wonder how this is gonna look like for our reading, because that's not inspiring confidence here. The Hangman. This is a nice one. Different direction. Death card. Okay, so they just have the flag, the white horse, and this looks like a specter. You cannot really see his face, death's face. Okay. Temperance. Usually Temperance is at full view, but now you're seeing a sideway, and you don't see the two cups. You only see him like pouring down. Okay, different angle, but I guess the story it can still maintain. So the Devil card. Ooh, always ominous. The Tower. So sudden change, sudden event. So the Star card came out pretty nice. So the Moon. That's a good one. That's a good moon card. You see the crab or the Scorpio is about to emerge out of the water to take on his journey. Now that's a beautiful sun card. Very nicely conveyed. Judgment. So this kind of looks like a specter of sort, and it's blowing down. So you kind of sort of know it's an angel blowing the trumpet, but it's kind of hard to tell. And then you see the people being resurrected. It's nice. And the world. To the world card, completion. So that's a beautiful, overall, it's a beautiful deck. I am intrigued to see how this is going to look like, how it shuffles pretty well too. Now I don't read reverse, but I have a feeling that, you know, the way that those cards, it's gonna force me to read reverse, because it's kind of hard to keep them in one place. They will shift, they will move around. So that's pretty cool. I mean, again, it shuffles well. I like to, I don't think the cards itself, the quality it feels flimsy. I don't think that's something I would want to use every day, because I feel like I might mess them up. So it's nice. It shuffles well. I love it. Ooh, wow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's like, I like it. It's different. Am I gonna use it? Yes. When? I do not know. But it's pretty cool. Wow. Thank you guys for sticking with me for the end of this video. Overall, great deck for new beginners, advanced readers, intermediate, all in between. I think you guys would get a kick out of this, and I think the reading would be interesting, because I think this will force you to read reverse, because of the way it's the roundness, because it's kind of hard to keep them upright, because there's no upright here. And yeah, thank you guys for sticking with me for the end of this video. I look forward to using this card, and I hope, you know, you enjoy this too. It's always fun to do those things. You know, sometimes you have to stay away from politics and do something cute and nice. Thank you guys. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.